day 2 of my carnivore diet, and I am not feeling it today. Or maybe I'm feeling it, and that's what the problem is, that I'm feeling it too much. I woke up this morning with a pounding headache, and I'm so tired. I don't know what my problem is. I think I slept okay last night. Um, but I feel a complete lack of motivation today. So I, yeah, I'm not feeling it at all. My head hurts. I've taken both Tylenol and Aleve today. I had my cup of coffee this morning because I just need it. I need my coffee. I can only deal with so much misery at once. I also was super bummed. I was up a pound, and then when I weighed myself a second time, I said I was up 2 pounds. So I don't, maybe my scale's funky. But I guess I kind of expected that might happen because yesterday I just ate as much as I wanted and needed to. And some days I don't eat very much normally. Like it could easily be the early afternoon and I don't eat, or if I eat earlier in the day, then I don't really eat dinner. So for me, my calories weren't super high before. So, maybe it's just that I ate a bunch yesterday. Who knows? But that's not super fun. I am definitely going to stick with it after I saw my lab. So I have determined that alcohol and I are not friends. I just drank a little bit last week over the holiday, and my liver enzymes jumped up a little bit. My fasting glucose is a little high. It was 107, which is kind of weird to me considering, for the last few months, I have really, well, actually since September, I have mostly been very low sugar, really low carbohydrates, because I was trying to get myself to this point of going completely just carnivore. So maybe it's possible that, I don't know, maybe it's just possible that it was too much for my body. Whatever little I've had, whatever fake sugar I've had. And it's funny, when I was pregnant, this happened too, where I would have fake sugar, usually something with like a Splenda or something like that in it, and my blood sugar numbers would start to go up. And I was told that wasn't possible because it's your blood sugar and you're not having sugar, so it's not supposed to make it go up. But I didn't do well with it, and I think that's still unfortunately the case now. I don't do well with it, and I'm just gonna have to let it go. So I'm trying to decide for today. Yesterday was a long day, and I didn't cave for more coffee or caffeine. Today might be a different day because I started my day really low energy, and I have to be going till at least 7:30 tonight. And one of those things that I have to do is for my kids' CCD class. So I might cave. That way I can actually function at this thing. Yeah, my CRP went back up, which sucks. It's still not as high as it once was, but it's going back up again. And that's just really discouraging because I've been trying so hard to get it back down because I don't want my inflammation markers to be high. So we'll see. I still haven't gotten my other labs yet to know what my indican level is and the things that I'm really curious about. I will probably start looking again this afternoon to see if they pop up. But yeah, I kind of regret starting this because I know I can't stop now because I started it before and I stopped. And then it took me literally 2 months to do it again. And this is just the hard, sucky part. It's the part where I just want to curl up in a ball and I want to sleep, or I want to take a hot bath or a hot shower because withdrawal is hitting. And I just feel very yuck. I think that's the way to put it. I just feel yuck. And I don't have a fever, so I know that I have not shared the love with one of my kids who's given me something. It's just, I just feel yuck. And I don't know if I'm trying really hard to use the power of your mind with this one, where like actually I kept telling myself, like, I feel good. Like, you feel good. You feel good. You have energy. Your stomach doesn't hurt. And yesterday it kind of worked until the afternoon. And then I kind of felt like I got hit by a truck. And I'm trying today to be like, no, you're good. You're good. I'm trying to power through laundry, and I just did a bunch of dishes, and all that comes with having 5 kids. But the trying to trick myself into thinking that I feel good is just not working today. It is not working. And I am going to stop telling myself that it's not working and that I feel like shit because I think I'm just going to make it worse. But yeah, day 2 is always really hard because I feel like it is when, for me personally, whenever I have done this, no matter what expectation I have going into it, that this is going to be awesome or it's going to suck, I think this just isn't is what it is. But I've noticed that day 2 and 3 are the worst days for me because I think that is when my body is just really, really like screaming at me, hey, I need something. Hey, I need something. It's also when the SIBO die-off seems to start. So I anticipate by this time tomorrow, my belly is going to be hurting a little bit. But that's okay, because if my belly hurts, that means that the ideal effect is happening, and then I just have to get through it. And it's, I think this is kind of the purge phase for me where I just feel sick and I don't like it. But I know if I can just keep going, by this time next week, I'll probably feel pretty good. Maybe by this time next week, the scale will reflect something better. And I know that shouldn't be my measure of success because my body feels crappy. That's why I'm doing this. But admittedly, I want the scale to go down with it. I want that gratification of it's working. Even though it could be working without the scale going down, I want to see those numbers start to go down. It's so vain, and I know that, but I want to see the scale go down too. I don't want to spend the rest of my life being a big girl, especially at 5'1". Being a big girl at 5'1" is a little bit tricky. So my husband is picking up our 2-year-old right now from his preschool program. I told myself I could have up to 10 minutes to just kind of sit. So I figured I would do my day update because I have no idea what my afternoon is going to be like. And just to be completely honest about the fact that this is the hard part of it. This is the part that I think for anybody who wants to do something like this needs to prepare themselves for. And I know I hear a lot of people say it's easier if you slowly go. I'm calling bullshit. I don't find it any easier because I did the slow crawl. Of taking most of the sugar out of my diet and taking most of the carbohydrates out of my diet and then taking most of the fruit out of my diet, which I know is a carbohydrate too. But, everyone always says it's the healthy carbs. I've taken all of that stuff out for the most part. Maybe this is a little bit harder because over Thanksgiving some got sprinkled back in, but not a drastic amount, not a huge amount. And I'm still feeling sucky. I'm still feeling sucky. And I've taken most of it out of my diet. I don't feel quite as bad as I did in October when I did this. But that being said, I did have the stomach bug. My husband had the stomach bug. My entire family had the stomach bug. And I think I was just exhausted and stressed out on top of feeling shitty, where, knock on wood, my daughter hasn't been sick since yesterday. I never ended up getting sick, and I'm praying that it doesn't touch the rest of my family. And this is just a weird, isolated incident, and that will just get on just fine and everything will be good. So don't feel as bad. So I can't say total bullshit that if you just go cold turkey from standard diet to this, it won't be worse, because it probably will. But ramping down didn't make it so that I didn't feel it. I think I had this false expectation that I was barely going to even notice because I've been doing it anyway. But I guess I wasn't doing it enough because now I'm feeling it. So hopefully today won't suck too bad. Hopefully I will be nice to everybody that I come into contact with as my crankiness level rises and rises and rises. And at least this time I don't have my period when I started it, because I think last time I was starting it during my period too, which is probably stupid. So we'll see. Hopefully today will be better and tomorrow won't suck too bad.